Hey guys! If you just came from my Princess Jasmine costume video, welcome back! And if you're new here, please go check out that video first. Now let's get started with the tutorial. Because there's 7 of these pieces and they're so similar to each other, I'm going to show you how to make one. Start by tracing out each piece in your desired size. Then use a carving knife to cut out the shapes. Once the shapes have been cut, lay them onto a sheet of foam and repeat the same process. Now lay the foam cutouts onto some illustration board, trace around the outer side, and then cut out the shapes. Use some glue to attach the foam cutout with the illustration board. Next, we're going to attach the beaded drops to the pendant using glue. To create the turquoise bead drop, use an eye pin to add the bead cap and turquoise bead. Then use some glue to hold them in place. You can now glue them to the back of the pendant. For the back of the hairpin, I went ahead and glued 2 jump rings to the upper back. Later, we'll use some chains to connect both hairpins together. Next, we'll use some turquoise acrylic paint to fill in the area. Now, I'm going to use some gold nail polish to fill in the other areas. To give the piece gloss, we're going to use a UV resin. Squeeze some product from the bottle and using a paintbrush, coat the entire piece in the resin. Once each piece has been coated, put them under a UV lamp for 1 minute. Now that the pieces have hardened, they're ready to be gilded. But first, we'll need to add an adhesive to the areas we want gold leafed. We're going to coat the foam areas with the adhesive, avoiding the turquoise areas. You don't need to use too much adhesive. This stuff usually takes about 20 minutes to dry before you can apply the gold leaf. You'll know it's ready when the adhesive goes from a milky white to transparent. This is always my favorite part, applying the gold leaf. You can get as messy as you want and it'll still turn out beautiful. Simply apply the gold leaf and tap each piece with the brush to get it to stick to the surface. If you miss any areas, you can go back later by applying more adhesive and using the excess pieces of gold to redo those areas. Once you've finished gold leafing, you should have something similar. I went ahead and gold leafed the back as well. If any gold leaf is covering the turquoise areas, you can remove it with some soap and water. Now that everything has been gold leafed, we can now add rhinestones and connect all the pieces together. I already adorned the necklace with some rhinestone stickers and added the beaded drops to the pendant. Next, I'm going to attach the 2 pieces together with a jump ring. Add the center jewel and use some glue to attach the seed pearls to the side of the pendant. For the necklace chain, I'm going to use this chain from this old bracelet. Once the chains have been detached, just reattach them to the pendant and the necklace is now complete. Next is the hairpin. Dab some glue onto the corners, then place the rhinestones on top. Once they're dry, we can now connect the 2 hairpins with the chain. Add a jump ring and measure the length you'd like the chain to be. Now, you can secure each end of the chain to each side of the jump ring. Repeat these steps again with the bottom of the hairpin. In order for the hairpin to be worn, you'll need to attach bobby pins to each side of the hairpins. All you need to do is slip a bobby pin through the 2 jump rings. Moving on to the clothing accents. This piece is for the waistband of the costume. Start by attaching the beaded drops to the bottom of the piece. Next, you can embellish it with rhinestone stickers. To finish off this piece, we will now add 2 back pieces by gluing them together. Once connected, this piece should look similar to this. This clothing accent is the final piece. Simply add rhinestones, then secure the top piece to the bottom piece using some glue. And here's a look at the completed pieces. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Please don't forget to check out my Princess Jasmine costume video if you haven't already. See you in the next video!